Hi, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to the 229th episode of Walk In Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom for this upcoming week of October the 5th through October the 11th, 2025. My name is Claire Candy Hoff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. If you're interested in this international bestseller, please do go to Amazon. You'll find it in print, in Kindle, and for those who love to listen to audiobooks, you'll find it on Audible as well. And you'll find there as well the prequel to that other international bestseller, One True Home Behind the Veil of Forgetfulness. If you're more interested in more information, please go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I want to thank everyone who has liked and shared, subscribed, recommended my Claire Candy Hoff YouTube channel. And if you become a subscriber, it's absolutely free, and you will be notified when I upload new videos. I'd also like to thank those people who made generous donations for my free content and also for my upcoming birthday on October the 7th. Now, if you'd like to donate for any of those things or any other thing, I've left my PayPal link in the description box down below with all of my Angel Healing House healing practice business. All the contact details are in the description box down below for you to find. And speaking about my Angel Healing House practice, my emotion code sessions are now specially discounted. They're on sale. They're usually $144, but now they're only $122. And that sale will end on October 22nd. So go to angelhealinghouse.com to find out more information. And also, if you're interested in finding out about that special, please do call. That number is 831-277-3716, and that's Eastern Standard Time. Now, here on Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, we do pull runes, we pull tarot cards and oracle cards, but we always look first into the astrological heavens to see what planetary and celestial energies will be affecting the collective here on planet Earth. Now, after September's powerful eclipse season that brought any unresolved or unaddressed relationship issues out into the open, and it stirred up chaos and drama, well, October will definitely feel more relaxed. It'll feel more peaceful, and many of us will feel like we can breathe again. While there will be some who are still cleaning up any damage from the aftermath of the storm of those eclipses, there will be others who may sense a boost in their energies and a renewed inspiration to create and step into a brand new journey. Now, my angelic family, who I'm part of, we are known as the Posse of Angels. The Posse of Angels is quick to point out that October will lead many to success. This is a boost in our energies. It's because many are intuitively preparing for career opportunities to now manifest in their lives with the opening of long-awaited doors to our intentions and our wishes, our desires and dreams being fulfilled. True to the season of Libra that we are now in, many will find a sense of balance, of grace and ease returning to their lives. And all I have to say about that is hallelujah. Okay, tomorrow on October the 5th, we will be gifted with Mars and Jupiter alignment. This is one of the most lucky events of the month for business ventures, for career advancements, and success. Jupiter's expansive energies ensure us that efforts made under this influence can lead to long-term rewards. And with the fiery, passionate, determined energies of Mars, well, it increases our motivation and encourages us to take bold, brave steps towards our personal goals. With all that we have been through to advance us to this very moment, it seems that all of it was preparing us for what many are saying is our manifest destiny that will be showing up for many in October. And the revealing light of the full moon on October 6th in the confident go-getter sign of Aries will bring in a cycle of transformation, and it will help to shine a light on leadership in new beginnings. Now, this Aries full moon in the sign of Libra does not have any intrusive energies diverting it and lessening its strength, and therefore it will present us with a theme of individuality versus partnerships. This full moon will shine a light on where we need to draw boundaries in our relationships in order to stand up for our needs. On one hand, if we wish for others to accept our needs, do we accept them for who they are? If we allow too much Aries energy into our relationships, we'll definitely get out of our way above all other things and be so independent that there will be absolutely no room for seeing anybody else's point of view or creating avenues of compromise that benefit all parties. Now, if we have an imbalance of Libra energies, trying to make things right for everyone and twisting ourselves into the proverbial pretzels to accommodate everyone, then all we will end up with is a codependency when we don't know who we are, with our identity only coming from what others believe us to be. But thank goodness, we can glean from both of these energies and find balance in interdependence, where we keep our sense of autonomy, allowing ourselves to grow together with others. This full moon will feel, for many, like a big divine hug from the universe, asking us to finally find peace and harmony with our fifth dimensional consciousness while navigating in a still third dimensional reality. We do this best when we stop resisting our destiny by trusting the unfolding path in front of us, and finally, when the opportunity is presented to us and we are intuitively nudged to take that leap of faith forward with complete surrender and complete trust. Now, also on October the 6th, Jupiter's energies of growth, expansion, and good fortune turns direct in Gemini. It gives us a green light to things like our stalled projects or ideas that have seemed stuck since Jupiter's retrograde a few months ago. Now, the curious, inquisitive influence of Gemini invites new conversations, an urge to discover more, and quick thinking. There'll be many in the collective who have been waiting for just the right timing, when all the dots line up to launch an idea or make a brave move forward. And this is one of those fated times, giving us the urge to boldly step forward. Now, so far, the impression that the posse of angels and I are getting is that October is no longer the same rodeo of just dreaming and visualizing our desires, but it does seem so far with these alignments that October will be the realignment of our soul's highest purpose in business and career success, and the momentum to boldly action the opportunities that we will be offered and partner and collaborate with new connection towards our goals. Now, in this regard, more help is on the way because from October the 8th through October the 11th, we have a Venus sextile Jupiter connection. Now, Venus is creating a relaxed connection with Jupiter, providing an air of peace and calm After the powerful full moon might have stirred the embers of volatility, as many are still dealing with family and relationship dramas and chaos brought to the surface after those pesky eclipses, well, the posse of angels is sharing that after many of us have reached all-time high stress levels over the past month, this Venus-Jupiter sextile will offer help for us to feel safe and find inner peace once more. Then, on October the 13th, Venus enters Libra, and that's her home sign. This placement is great for smoothing out all of those feathers that were ruffled in our friendships, in all of our family relationships, with this double dose of Venusian energies of harmony, diplomacy, love, and compassion. Don't be surprised to see the former tensions that we experienced being given a new fresh airing to help us mend fences, to restore peace, and see the beauty in ourselves and others. But make no mistake, Libra in her home sign of Venus is not some pretty pushover, for she knows her self-worth. Yes, she is in her sign of love, but more than merely love, she has a deep understanding of making things a true win-win situation, a true win-win exchange, not only balanced, but fair and just. She is not holding the scales of justice by happen chance. Venus in Libra's superpower is that she doesn't follow trends. She's not influenced by social media. She trusts her own innate wisdom, highly developed gifts, and her judgment. Now, the posse of angels is sharing that this alignment comes in at the perfect time when so many in the collective will be drawn to making decisions that are ingrained in our most profound values and aligned with our highest ambitions. It's important to remember that October, being the 10th month, or a 1, carries the vibrational frequency of new chapters, intentional creations, and yes, leadership. This is the moment to get crystal clear on what you truly desire to create and manifest. Now, the posse of angels wish to share that many might be encountering things, certain events and encounters that might make us veer off our current path, which might make us feel really uncomfortable. But this redirection or rerouting is just what we need to step onto the path that was always meant for us. In October, the posse of angels wish for us to remember that whatever arises out of the ordinary or feels like it's not going to plan, or plan in quotes, they're saying, is just what we need. This is where we are being asked to pull out all of our trust and faith in what is unfolding, put it all into that trust and faith. Hence, all the recent messages about surrendering and letting go and releasing. Now, the posse of angels is reminding us that surrender is not about giving up. It is about letting go of the illusions of control and leaning into the truths that everything is unfolding for us in the most perfect divine timing. By letting go, we let go of trying so hard to grasp onto expectations so that we can open to receive what is truly ours. In fact, by letting go of making decisions solely with our limited human knowledge and surrendering to what Spirit has in store for us, we open a doorway to limitless possibilities that creates miracles. For that is the realm that Spirit works in. For further insights, the posse of angels directed me to my runes, and the rune Otila came out. This is the rune of separation, it's the rune of retreat, and also inheritance. This is the rune of separating paths, for the old path no longer serves us, as they are no longer in resonance with who we have become. Old relationships must be discarded. This is especially the old relationship we had with our former selves that so often was not 100% honest with what we wanted, as so many of us compromised our lives away to make things right for everyone else. But this moment calls for radical severance of everything that is no longer in alignment with our evolved and elevated state. No exceptions. In fact, the Posse of Angels is sharing that the retreat in this rune's message may mean that we can no longer settle for anything that no longer values us. And they have a bit of a checklist here. They say, if you're not appreciated, stop doing more. And stop giving more so that you can be appreciated, but instead keep your distance. Now, if you're not invited to something, don't go. If you are ignored, stop approaching and trying to get someone to notice you. If you've been lied to and betrayed, forgive, especially yourself, and move on. If you have been forgotten, then forget them. Now, this one is hard if you have been a people pleaser your whole life and tried to make things right for everyone else. If you have been insulted, outshine them with success. If you've been used, take note of it and set firmer boundaries. No one can use you unless you allow yourself to be used. If you have been disrespected, walk away with dignity. And if you have been underestimated, let your results speak for themselves. Now, Otila is associated with real material. This rune is the rune of real material property, for it is the rune of acquisitions and benefits. The inheritance that it speaks of may be those things that we separate from and give up, like the need to be liked, the need to be considered, the need for others to recognize us. Whether it is our attachment to our position in society, in our families, in our communities, or to the work that we've done before, or even to our beliefs, the separation called for with Otila will free us to become more of who we are. A great rune to start with. Then they directed me to this beautiful deck. It is the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And I've been having such wonderful readings with it. And the first card that came out for us in this 3-card story is this one, Crown Games. Right use of power. So we have somebody being crowned. And this particular card has everything to do with leadership, the right use of power and leadership. Now, the Posse of Angels wish to share that with leadership comes great responsibility and accountability, as many will now have the opportunity to make a big difference on behalf of others. If you do step into one of these masthead roles, the Posse of Angels is sharing that the ability to have power in not knowing, in not just knowing when to use it, but also when to not use it is very important. This is why it's important to remember that power is given by the divine and not from our ego. The greatest use of power is when power is shared and ensuring that everyone benefits by choosing compassion and kindness and respect in whatever roles we step into. We then count our success in the way we made people feel rather than achieving goals. So many are going to be crowned with those masthead or leadership roles. The next card that's coming in for us in this 3-card story is number 20, Feast of Plenty, Choices and Their Consequences. And this is the card also of life's blessings. For many who have gone a long, very long time between being showered with blessings, there will be those who are paralyzed with indecision. when they have a feast of plenty of choices that come in? Well, the posse of angels is posing this question. Will we choose something new, something adventurous and daring, perhaps a little scary, or will we stick with something that is familiar, something we already know? When we are spoiled for choice, it may just throw us off balance for fear of making the right or the wrong decision. But the posse of angels wish to share that the most important thing to realize is that the feast will simply be offering us experience. And no overanalyzing will help us to make the right choices. But they are suggesting that we go in the direction, the choice that our intuition is telling us to go in. It's important to follow what excites our heart, as from the onset, it may not be apparent as to what the most beneficial choice will be. Now, they're using this example. They're saying there may be two job offers. One offers more money, but doesn't push our hot buttons. And the second one may be of less money, but really gets us excited. Now, it may be our heart the excitement may be our heart telling us that we will meet our long-awaited beloved at this second job offer, but we don't know that at the time. Or perhaps in the first several weeks at the job, if we take that one with less money, someone in a top position will be wowed by us and move us into a higher paid position that fits us perfectly. So, Feast of Plenty is coming in for many in the collective, and make your choices with your intuitive heart. Now, thirdly, we have another card that has a crown on it. Look at those two mice in that mushroom, and look at the crown he's wearing. This is the card of the benefactor. Grace and Generosity, it's called. This card is putting us on notice that all manner of positive reinforcements are now coming in to help us. The posse of angels is saying, just like we have been generous with others, so will we now be rewarded in a myriad of ways that will show up in our material world. Even if we tried, we could not enumerate all the positive waves of energy that our generosity elicited in the world. But the benefactor is here to remind us that the purity of our desire to share without the need for reciprocity is reciprocated tenfold into our lives now. Such a glorious card. Look at the smiles on those faces. And yes, that soul tribe, that benefactor coming in to support us in all kinds of material ways and also emotionally as well. And they're going to be very familiar and we'll feel so comfortable with them. And as I've mentioned before, many of them feel comfortable, these relationships, because we have known them in previous incarnations. With many of them, we met, if for those who lived lives in the golden age of Atlantis, many will be reuniting again to form another golden age here on planet Earth. Let's end with the loving, powerful energy of the Kali Oracle. And I love this card. This card is, and I hope I pronounce it properly, Anahata Kali. She's here to share that our heart cannot be contained. It cannot be constrained, but by what has taken place in our life. Now, the posse of angels wants you to take yourself back. Think back over the last 5 years since 2020. A lot has happened. And then what happened in the second half of 2023? Perhaps something harrowing and traumatic, and what recently occurred during eclipse season. Well, if you're anything like me, it would take many, many more months to enumerate the difficulties and challenges that were created through that time with Spirit in order for us to go through, to be challenged, to learn our lessons, and to hopefully turn that knowledge and experience into wisdom. Well, Kali says, Anahata Kali says, that because of all that we've been through, our heart has grown in wisdom and empowerment, and soon we shall have the wisdom to successfully and boldly navigate our new journey, our new path with courage, because we're going to step on those paths to answer the call of our soul's highest calling. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to Kali's awesome power and to her help to trust the invisible workings of divine love in your life, and let your heart be at peace and surrender as it guides you forward. So thank you, Kali, for that. I hope that's been helpful for all of you. Remember that Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, Walking Angel Ariel's Weekly Wisdom, airs every Saturday. If you're interested in that special offer for those emotion code sessions, which are normally $144, now they're only $122, in which we take a journey with your higher self and look into your ancestral and generational line to see if there are any hidden trapped emotions there that are stopping you from living your best life ever, and experiencing sabotage in your life, in your finances, in your career, in just the way you feel. Please do go to my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, and that number to call to book and schedule your emotion code session is 831-277-3716, and that's Eastern Standard Time. Please, everyone, go out and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself. I'm wishing you love, and as always, angel blessings. And I so look forward to speaking with you again next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.